Hey there, everybody, welcome back. Let's talk Manchester United. How does everybody feel today? It's been 3 days, three crazy days if you're a Manchester United fan. From on Sunday, losing to West Ham the way that we did, especially. Feeling how we did on that day. I remember making the video feeling it absolutely like shit, absolutely crap. Then waking up Monday morning, finding out the first thing that I read when I woke up Monday morning was Ten Hag being sacked. And how did I feel that day? When I read that, I felt nothing, honestly. When I said on Sunday I'm feeling numb, I'm pretty sure a lot of other fans were feeling different emotions. A lot of people partied on Monday with Ten Hag being sacked. 100% do not agree with that. Everybody can do whatever they want. Me personally, I did not want Ten Hag to be sacked because, and today, and I'll get to this to the Leicester game later, but today kind of proved it. When on Sunday they played okay, not so much energy, especially in the second half. Whereas today, pretty much throughout the whole game, there's a whole different intensity in the game, a different pace throughout the game. And what does that mean? A lot of people are like, "Oh, Ten Hag's gone. Bruno did an amazing job today." The game was actually pretty scrappy, but what happened was the players actually played. They put in an effort, and that's the reason why I didn't want Ten Hag to be sacked in the first place, because the players are the issue. But what happened is the longer and longer we went into the season, one thing became very evident, that this setup wasn't going to work. Ten Hag, I believe, is a really, really, really good manager, and he is going to find success elsewhere. But at Manchester United, at this moment in time, it was either him or the players. You can't sack the players, so it had to be done. Ten Hag had to be sacked. And also what went against Ten Hag was he wasn't an Ineos signing, or like he wasn't an Ineos appointment. The Glazers and Richard Arnold appointed him, right? It was Richard Arnold and Matt Murda who appointed him, and he was their person. Everybody else has gone. The only person left was him, and he stayed. One of the biggest reasons was because of that FA Cup win and a lot of uproar from fans to keep him. And honestly, not a lot of good choices at that point, but which is a little confusing because the person we're going with right now apparently could have been signed at that point as well, because he was interviewing elsewhere. He did interview with Liverpool. He did interview with West Ham. So what was all that about? So I don't know what happened over there. But the Ineos kept Ten Hag, which I really wanted them to do, and I wanted him to stay now and not really get sacked. But at the same time, nothing was going to improve over here. The players were not really doing a good job, because a lot of the players clearly did not like Ten Hag, and ever since he's been sacked, there's been multiple reports that have come out speaking about discontent with Ten Hag, not liking his training sessions, not liking his personality, saying he was friendly one day, really strict the other day. Really stupid nonsense coming out, to be honest, but all of it points to one thing: it wasn't going to succeed. No matter how good a coach Ten Hag is, these players, at least some of them, or half of them, did not want to play for him. It definitely wasn't like how it was under Mourinho and under Solskjaer in the last couple of games. It was different, but at the same time, it wasn't going to help. And 8 points from 9 games isn't good, especially for Manchester United, and especially if you've spent the amount of money you have spent in the summer. So what has happened has happened. I wish Ten Hag all the best in his career, and I'm really curious to see where he's going to end up next. I think he's going to take a break, maybe a year or so, but then I think he's going to go to Germany and maybe Borussia Dortmund, and that honestly could be a great fit for him. But anyway, that's enough on Ten Hag. In terms of the game today, Manchester United 5, Leicester 2. That's 5. Manchester United 5. Does that even make sense? Because Man United have been struggling to score. Okay, it is a Carabao Cup, and we did play Leicester's reserves, and we did score 7 against Barnsley. Maybe that's why we scored 5 goals. But still, 5 goals. A lot of mistakes, even on United's part. We did get better in the second half, but in the first half, horrible defensive mistakes, letting Leicester put 2 goals past us. But in terms of our attacking, first of all, Casemiro. Casemiro was a different Casemiro today. So, how do you say that you were Ten Hag out as a Man United player, without actually saying you were Ten Hag out? Is that you put in a performance like you did today against Leicester, like Casemiro did. And what a goal to start off with. Even the second goal was amazing. He hit it at the post and then had the sense to go and get a rebound and score again. So while everybody else was looking around. So that was really good. 5 goals. But again, one of them was offside, one of them was a banger, one of them was a mistake, one of them was lucky because it deflected off the goal, off the wall. And the only proper goal I would say was Casemiro's goal. Yeah, Casemiro's goal was the only one. Again, a bit lucky with the set piece, but it was a well taken goal. So you can't really say we improved that much. In terms of our tactics, we are still pretty shit. And that's the thing that scares me against Chelsea on Sunday, because Chelsea are a very well organized team. We clearly are not. And in the defense, we're even worse. The good thing is, unlike how we've been suffering the last couple of weeks, our attackers look a lot more confident now. Not Rashford. Rashford and Xerxes do not look confident and did not have a good game. And I honestly don't think they're going to start this weekend because Bruno doesn't give a fuck. He's not going to be here long term. He doesn't care about favorites. All he cares about is winning, and he's going to play his better players. Ahmad came on for maybe, 20 minutes or so and had an amazing 20 minutes. He did a lot more in that little time than Rashford and Xerxes did combined throughout the whole game. So I think Ahmad will start. But overall today, it felt really positive. Old Trafford was really up and roaring. When it became 2-1, things started getting a bit iffy, but we scored again really quick. And overall, it was really, really nice night today as a Man United fan. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is our next manager. Now, of course, it's not been announced, but we all know Fabrizio Guedes, here we go. The next Manchester United manager is going to be Ruben Amorim. And I am not that excited, and not that I don't like him, and not that I'm negative about it. The reason why I'm not excited is because every single time we've changed ever since David Moyes, I've been excited for every single signing. When Louis van Gaal came, I was like, oh, somebody who's experienced, somebody who's done it at that level. Then when Mourinho came in, I'm like, oh, it's Jose Mourinho. He's achieved everything in the game. He's going to definitely win us the Premier League. Ollie came in because Ollie we thought was was Zidane, ended up being at Real Madrid, but it wasn't the case. He had an amazing 10 games, I think, to the start. He won all 10 games, and we were clearly fooled. And basically, that was the first time we noticed what had happened today is players don't put on a performance for a manager because they want to get him sacked. And they did that, and then Ollie played well, and the same thing is happening now. So if anyone thinking Rude is a mastermind and the job should have gone to him, yeah, just look back at Ollie. So that definitely is not happening. And I'm really happy with Ineos about this, the whole ex-player, interim manager becoming the manager because they get a bounce from a player, that is not happening this time. And I'm really happy about that, and I need to give Ineos credit over here. Because one thing, what I am happy about after Ten Hag getting sacked is we didn't sit on our laurels. We aren't wasting a month or 2 or 3 or the rest of the season and hoping to get a new manager in much later. No, we're doing it right now, the very next day. So it's clear, and reports have come out. They have been speaking to Amorim for a while now, and the amazing part is everything has moved so fast. Right now they are still they're discussing. Sporting Lisbon is letting go of a good manager at a really not crucial, but at the beginning, early sort of stage of the season, so they can ask for a little bit more money. We are taking a price jump from them. A lot of other clubs wanted him. Liverpool wanted him, but then I think they backed out because of the fee. Manchester City, that's hilarious. Manchester City had nobody wants to say, but it was pretty obvious. There's no other candidates. Man City had Ruben Amorim to take over Pep, but now that we've got him, and we've gotten him, there's no question about it. The Man City are putting out reports saying that they weren't interested. Those are all fake rumors. You're right. So that's one good thing. So, and going back to that, I honestly don't know anything about Ruben Amorim. Much like 99% of Man United fans, up until the last 2 days. The only thing that got me excited about him, and the same thing about my wife, who knows nothing about football other than FPL and Man United and a little bit of the top 4 couple teams. I told her the same thing, that Man City had picked him to be Pep's successor, and she's like, wow. So that actually should mean something, because Man City don't make stupid decisions, at least not in the last couple of years or so, especially when Pep has been there, because they're a well-oiled juggernaut and they make good, sound decisions. Omar Barada is from Man City, or he worked there for several years, so he's bringing the same philosophy in here. So if they think that Ruben Amorim could be good, I think it could be good too. But Man City and Man United are totally different things. The setup is different, the players are definitely different, and the and media pressure is 100% different. So if Ruben Amorim could have been successful in Man City, that does not necessarily mean that he can be successful at Man United. He could have the same problems. He could come in, have an amazing 4 or 5 games, and then these players, remember, they're not magic like that going to become Man City or Arsenal. They're still going to be inconsistent, and they're going to have, especially in this season, they're going to have good games like today, and they're going to have shit games. And can Amorim deal with that? Maybe he is an amazing coach, but we don't know anything yet. He's done it at Sporting Lisbon. Ten Hag had done it at Ajax. And Louis van Gaal had done it at so many other clubs. Man United is a beast of its own. And that's why a lot of people are not that excited. And I'm not. I feel a little bit of what they feel, where we're like, oh, it's the beginning of a whole 3-year cycle again, where they'll have a good bounce, they'll have a good second season, like the next season will be good, and then again they'll start playing shit, and by year 3 in October or around November, Amorim will get sacked again. But, and this is a big but, Ineos are that big but that actually might make things different for Amorim. They are come in and they're making good footballing decisions. They are making some shitty ones as well, like the one with Ten Hag, but honestly, I would have made the same decision as them, so I can't really critique them too much over there. They are developing this structure, which we have already seen signs of. Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox being appointed are just 2 examples of it. And with their guidance structure, this season is a write-off. If we make top 4, and is amazing. If we win a trophy, that's even better. But this season is pretty much a write-off, unless these players actually do start performing and do better. But I honestly don't trust a lot of them, so I'm not putting too much faith on them. So Amorim is not going to be judged too much on this season. But next season, Ineos are going to get rid of a lot of players over here and get new signings for him. The only thing I worry about is he plays a different style of football compared to Ten Hag. And are Ten Hag players going to suit him? And a lot of people in the media are saying the same thing. So that's one thing I'm really curious to see. And let great coaches do actually bring out the best in players. I do have a strange feeling about Amorim. I'll be honest with you. He does give me that prodigy kind of feel. He's just 39. I honestly was very surprised. I didn't know anything about him. So he does give me the same kind of feel as Julian Nagelsmann. The only thing I worry about is the pressure of being a manager at Man United. Now maybe he can do it. The fans will be behind him. But the problem is we can't predict the future. And that's why I am a bit nervous, but at the same time, I'm a bit optimistic as well, because it is Man United at the end of the day, and I'm going to support Man United no matter what. I might not support the owners, I might not support some of the players, but I will support Man United no matter what, and I will always want the best for Man United. And with Amorim or any other manager that would have been appointed, I would be supportive of them regardless. But I'm a little excited about Amorim as well because of the reasons I've spoken about so far. So let's just hope he does great. I don't think he's going to be ready for in position for the Chelsea game. It would have been nice if he would have, but honestly, I don't think he would have been able to change too many of the tactics anyways. So he most likely might be in charge by next weekend, or maybe the Europa League game. You never know. Either way, I'm excited to see what happens. Let's be positive. I had said at the beginning of the season that we are going to win the title. Right now, if we win the title, it'll kind of be like the Leicester season, to be honest. I know it's different, but at the same time, because of the start we've had, and if we do end up winning it, which I do not think it's going to happen, Man City is going to win it easily. But it'll be an amazing feeling if it does, right? Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. Take care, and go Manchester United.